you can start by sharing a little bit of your story since Acton, what you've been up to since you've graduated.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2013, and I'm originally from Georgia. I went back to Georgia after I graduated, and then I got offer to work for an American organization in Afghanistan. So it was a very, very interesting opportunity. I took it, and I ended up spending there 2 years. We helped local businesses. So I did consulting work before, so it was like the same kind of job, but it was not my calling. So I quit the job and actually moved to Ukraine to launch my business. And so I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had some idea, but so I ended up in Ukraine because Ukraine was the big opportunity for me. It's a huge country compared to Georgia, and it's more technology oriented, which I'm interested in. So I ended up. The first business I started was educational startup. So I wanted to help the people who studied all these traditional subjects from Soviet Union, popular subjects from Soviet Union like law and politics, and ended up doing nothing. I wanted to help them transition to a technology industry. So I did that, but I found out it took. It's one of my callings. I'm interested in education. Eventually, I want to do that, some kind of university, maybe later. Yeah, but so I found out it's quite a lot. It takes a lot of time to build a really good institution. So I decided to stop doing it, and simultaneously I invested in a tech company, the software development company. Also started my software as a service startup in Ukraine. So that's kind of a quick summary of what I did after Acton.
I love that. And so you're where are you living now? Remind me again where you're living now, and you're working for a SaaS company, or you're
correct? So I moved to the UK, and like 6 months ago, and I'm still working on my software as a service startup, and I also do consulting work occasionally. So part-time consulting work and part-time software as a service. Developing the platform. It's a business-to-business product that solves procurement-related issues, different aspects. So yeah, that's where I am and what I'm doing right now.
So, how did you hear about Acton? Because you went to Acton when it was still in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And you're from Georgia. So tell me about how you heard about Acton and what interested you about it and led you to go through the Acton experience.
So actually, that's an interesting story. I wanted to study abroad. I was looking for MBA programs. So one of my friends recommended Acton actually, and I tried. Recommend Acton because of he said it's a unique. They have a unique program, unique approach, and it's about entrepreneurship. That's exactly what I wanted. So I took online courses that Acton had. It was called my EJ, the very good program online. So for 6 months long, I took it, and in that period, I learned so many things about business. I did business before as well, so I learned so many things. There's so many interesting information about myself and my calling. So I decided that that's exactly what I want. So it was like really good experience overall.
Yeah, neat. Okay, so you told us a little bit about what you're doing now, and you told us a little bit about. Just told us how you got into Acton. Now that you've graduated Acton, what's been one of your biggest challenges or failures since leaving and since graduating, and how have you overcome that?
Yeah, actually, it's a good question. When you do business, you face challenges all every day, basically, right? But mostly, the biggest challenge, of course, for me was relocating to different countries. First, it was in Ukraine, and then in the UK, and starting from the scratch, building the network. So building the network, which is very, very important if you want to succeed in business. So it takes a lot of time and energy. So it was and I'm quite an introvert, so I find it very hard for me to meet new people. I look for more deeper relationship. So by the way, we had a very good course, maybe a little mini course about engaging in networking activities. So the Acton helped me a lot with that as well.
Your situation is a little more drastic than the typical, like, oh, I graduated Acton, I'm going to go start a business. It's like, oh, I graduated Acton and I'm starting a business, and then there's a war and I have to move, and now I'm going to apply all these skills that I've tried to apply, everything that I've learned, and admire what you're doing and how you're facing it with such courage.
By the way, one interesting thing that everyone interested in MBA and higher education should know is that it doesn't. When you graduate from, we had a very, very good teachers. We had all our teachers were very good. We have one particularly very interesting. He told us that after graduation, he gave us the black belt, like the black belt they give to martial arts when they get some master level. So he gave this black belt to us, and he told us that when in martial arts, and he practiced martial art himself, when they give it to candidates, it does not mean they are masters. It means they are ready to become masters. So that was very interesting. Unless you start using the skills and tools and everything the Acton gives you in real life, you're not gonna become an entrepreneur like you graduate or you become a master. It doesn't work like that. So this experience, this little experience at the end of the graduation, helped me to understand what could I expect in the path ahead of me, in the entrepreneurial path ahead of me.
Acton, the teachers and the curriculum is designed to give you the tools so that you can overcome those challenges and have the mindset to overcome anything. Because I don't have experience at Acton, and as far as I know, everyone else's experience is like it's designed to challenge you, and to challenge you to help you identify what your limits are, so that when you face similar things, you know, oh, I faced this before, and I know what I'm capable of, and I can get past this. Not only have I done something similar that I can associate this challenge with, but I now have tools that I know that can move me forward as well. And it sounds like that's what you experienced.
And they give you a complete view of the path of the entrepreneurial path from launch or pre-launch, let's say, identifying the opportunity through harvesting, like selling the company again, or that helps a lot when you have in your mind what the expectations. You can manage expectation, you can anticipate some obstacles. So that's a very good. I have not seen. I did some business courses before. I went to Cambridge University. I did some programs back in Georgia and online. But what Acton gave us, it's I cannot compare it to any other experience.
That's great. Okay. Tell us about a time in your everyday that you've used a lesson learned from Acton. Now, you hinted on this, but give us an example.
Well, there are lots of tools, lots of things you learn, very practical tools. That's the difference of Acton, right? There is no fluff. You learn real stuff and you practice real stuff. So, there are many things, but what I really use, so if I have to tell about one, then it's probably the frameworks they developed in Acton. So the framework is a set of questions that guide you in decision making. So, like for every operations, for opportunity, for everything, even for life of meaning, they have these frameworks, a set of questions that guides you in your life, in your challenging, helping. So I use this framework all the time, and I even develop my own or edit some more questions to the existing one. So I found that very, very helpful. So it helps you like guide your decision making process. Asking questions is all or everything, right? It's at least a half of decision, right? It helps you find the real answer.
Yeah, I remember I was able to talk to Jeff last year, and he said, look, business is simple, and sometimes we overcomplicate it. It's so easy to overcomplicate it, and that's why we built the framework questions, is to keep it simple and to help you just streamline what actually matters. One of the things that differentiates Acton from other universities is this life of meaning course that we have, where we know it's great to learn how to make money, but if all you've done with your life is made a bunch of money and you've lost your relationships, or you're at the end of your life and you feel unfulfilled, then what was the point? So life of meaning is to help you balance that life and work pace. So I wanted to ask you, what does living a life of meaning mean to you?
Yeah, to add a little bit. So we had at the end of Life of Meaning course, we got this homework to do, to imagine ourselves. Probably you do the same. Imagine ourselves at the end of our life and look back what we achieved, what we had, and what we appreciate, right? How people want to remember us. So I did this exercise like everyone else. So it helped me a lot to understand what's my calling, what's the purpose of my life should be to live the satisfied, happy, and fulfilled life. So yeah, that course helped me a lot to identify that besides my entrepreneurial aspirations, I really want the relationship to be a driving force, like who I love at the end, who loved me, my family, my friend, the people around me. So the more I live and more realistic, more true it becomes. I mean, you see every day, you age and you get this feeling that people around you is more important than anything else. So not only that, it helped me identify these and also what I want to do as an entrepreneur. So I still sometimes I open my presentation that I prepared and I still read it, and God, this is really true. To even today, I feel what I did like almost 10 years ago. It's still true. So the three things I want to the relationship with the people I love, and entrepreneurial and endeavors, and eventually I want to give something back. So that guides my life now.
Would you say that life of meaning questions is what supercharged your calling in life?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, first of all, it gave me, so as I said, it helped me identify, right? If you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which way you take. And it helped me identify exactly where I want to go. But before that, it gave me the tools, and most importantly, confidence. You mentioned before that confidence is like you participate in this class and you compete. The competition is very big part of Acton, right? They pushed us to compete, right? And you compete there, and you know that whatever you it was one of the hardest things I did in my life. So after you do Acton, I mean, no major no obstacle is big enough now, right? So it's not the big. There is no big challenge. At least you know how to overcome them. Yeah. So the life of meaning did that part when he really showed me what the past is, and I can focus and concentrate on that. So that's a lot. So I don't do anything that is out of focus.
I love that. It has been so nice to talk to you and to hear about your experience and your journey. This year marks 20th anniversary. And so we're trying to help the alumni group be able to find each other and connect. Where can people follow you on your journey?
Well, I'm not very social person, but I maintain LinkedIn account. I update occasionally. So people, if you have if you can give or post my email address, anyone can contact me if they have some questions. Especially people from Georgia or Ukraine have questions. I'd love to chat with them and help them guide, help them find out if Acton is a good fit for them.
All right, yeah. So we can find you from LinkedIn or reach out for email. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.